So this morning I woke up and wrote over a bunch of stuff that I've written in the last couple of days. I've had a string of very interesting days, and I am incredibly sleep deprived today. Woke up at like 12:31. Went to bed at like 8. You know, like one of those nights where like you wake up at like 12:31, you're not even looking at an alarm clock, and you're like, there's no way it's 12:31. It's gotta be like 4:30 or 5 o'clock, something like that. And then like you check the time, it's like 12:31, and you're like, oh shit, man, that's rough. Sleep deprivation, baby. Gots to love it. So, and then I went back to bed. Took a while. And I woke up again at like 2:30. I was just like, the hell with it. I'll just stay up. So, rewrote a bunch of emotional philosophy because that's what I do. You know, I write stuff down. You know, keep it in like journal form, and then I do cool shit with it, like, you know, like make that ebook that I, put on Amazon. That shit was like so fucking super fresh, man. Like seriously. Like I loved it. I loved it so fucking much, man. Like I got addicted to it. Like I couldn't stop writing it. I was just like reading it, and writing it, and reading it, and writing it, and adding more, and taking more away, and adding more. Because I was addicted. I was like OCD addicted to that book. It took me 3.5 years, and it was finished a while ago, and I was just like, I just couldn't stop, man. And finally this coronavirus came around and made me realize that I had to, stop holding on to things and just put it out there to help people, as I stare at the squirrel crossing over this power line. God, I love fucking squirrels so much, man. I love squirrels so much, man. In the book, I always talk about squirrels. Like, I always talk about Mr. Squirrel. Hanging out with Mrs. Squirrel, Mr. Squirrel. The beginning of my second book. Like the first chapter. I'll probably move to the, a couple chapters down because it's a ridiculous chapter. It's just me talking with the squirrel. Squirrel being like, dude, your name's not even Joe Winter or what? Like, who the hell's Joe Winterill? And I'm like, I don't know, Mr. Squirrel, leave me alone, dude. And Mr. Squirrel's like, you're not even a writer, man. Like, you don't even know how to write. Like, you're just crazy, man. You're just insane. Like, you should be writing. I'm like, Mr. Squirrel, why you gotta be so judgmental, man? Like, honestly, man, squirrels, I fuck with you all the time. Constantly picking on you and shit. It's like, yo, Mr. Squirrel, leave me the fuck alone. Starting to sound like Mitch Hedberg sometimes, man. Yeah, so, Mitch Hedberg, when he first came out, man. Oh God, he would crack me up. He would crack me up so bad. But then his gimmick got old, obviously. It's like saying the same old stuff, and occasionally make up new stuff, but it was just the same stuff. But yeah, man. Like so. Yeah, so ever since I I don't know if you were around for yesterday's video, but I gave up the person to be the being, and I find myself drifting much more today, you know, where I'm just like very, I'm slower, present, staring at stuff. And it's not staring in a disassociation way, it's like staring in a just like just a calmness, dissolved, present way, you know, like you don't really need to feel the need to rush. Like rushing for what? Sego or Gamor? Why do I need to work Gamor? To be perfect? Gotta give this shit up, man. It's okay to be healthy and fit, but you're fucking lifting weights like a fucking tyrant, you know, and you're not even lifting them for you. I don't know, man. I guess some people can. I don't know. I can at first, but then I get lost in it. Like you just gotta, you know, you gotta get better and achieve more and achieve more and achieve more and achieve more, and you're never satisfied, and you're like, I want to get bigger, and you know, and then people compliment you on your body, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this going, man. Same thing can be said for anything, man. Like, you know, if you're playing like basketball, or if you're looking prettier or whatever, and like people compliment you on it, like you're just like, yeah, I like these compliments. So then you like never satisfied. You just gotta get better and better and better and achieve more and achieve more and achieve more, and like it's a constant process of like, oh, I want to get better. I'm gonna get, you know, and after a while, and like just it becomes frustrating, you know, like, you know, trying to constantly achieve things. Like, who are you achieving things for, man? Like, I understand that's like, for instance, like I wrote this morning. It was pretty dope. I wrote, the universe favors the brave, courageous thoughts, courageous actions, courageous efforts, guided by present moment awareness and intuition. Vulnerability and sacrifice of the self are the ultimate in heroism and courage and strength. Doing the difficult, scary thing is what leads to a meaningful life. Life is to be meaningful. Life is not to be happy. I live a meaningful life. I become what I think about. I am what I think about all day. And the effort I put in to challenge myself to create greater meaning for myself and greater meaning for other people. And that's why I make these freaking videos, man. Like, I mean, shit really doesn't have anything to fucking do with me. It's like talking about difficult shit, being extremely vulnerable, and just being fucking real. God damn it, man, we need some more fucking real people in this world, dude. I was talking about that yesterday without cursing so much. It's so weird, man. I got like two different personalities. I got like the non-cursing guy, and then I got like the cursing guy. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't even know where the fuck that shit comes from. Maybe I'm just bored sometimes of the non-cursing guy. Then I just gotta become the cursing guy again. Just to humor myself. Talk to squirrels and shit, you know. But like, I don't know, being the present moment guy gets sometimes boring, you know. Like, you just like sitting there drifting all the fucking time. Like, that's cool and all. Don't get me wrong. It's cool to be like all present and be like all chi and like all like loopy and be like, cause I am like that a lot. Like, I'm not gonna fucking lie. But like after a while, it's like, well, that's cool. You know, I'm like, I'm glad I'm present. I'm glad I'm like, you know, aware and awakened and spiritual, and everything is just, you know, present moment, and I'm not suffering. But after a while, you're like, well, okay, well, that's cool, but I don't know. then you just start drifting again. I don't know. It's like, my life is so fucking weird, man. I don't understand this shit. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing most of the time, man. I honestly have no fucking idea what I'm doing. And maybe most people out there that I film these videos for, you can relate. And you can relate to what it feels like to be a fucking psychopath. Fucking crazy, you know? I mean, when it really comes down to it. I mean, it's just like, my life is like utter nonsense. It's just how the fuck can I function from day to day? Like, what is the best way for me to function from day to day? And I'm so inconsistent. Like, I'm like, okay, maybe this will work. And then I try that for a day, and I'm like, yeah, this should work today. And then I try it on what the fuck is today? I don't even know what fucking day it is. It's Thursday, right? Because I take out the garbage. I take out the garbage on Thursday, right? So then, like, I try the same thing on Friday, and it works on Friday. And then I try the same thing on Saturday, because what I did on Thursday and Friday worked. I tried again on Saturday, and I'm fucking depressed or suicidal or fucking like homicidal or upset or I'm like, shit just doesn't fucking work. So I'm like, well, fuck, that shit didn't work. Like, it worked on Thursday and Friday, but it's not working on Saturday. So like, fuck. So I gotta go back to the drawing board, and I gotta like come up with something new. Fucking sucks to be like borderline personality disorder, bipolar, man. Also fucking sucks to have an OCD and eating disorder. Fuck, I have such an eating disorder. Also sucks to fucking have a sleeping disorder. That fucking throws off the whole goddamn game. You know? And then in order not to have a sleeping disorder, you gotta be like active, you know, so you tie yourself down to actually sleep. And if you don't do that, you gotta get on sleeping meds or Benadryl or NyQuil or some shit, and then you wake up the next morning and you're fucked in the head. You're like a zombie. What the fuck is up with sleeping disorders? How come some people can just fucking sleep? Like, I swear to God, my brother-in-law, I'm so fucking jealous of this kid. Like, I'm gonna call him a guy. He's my age. I'm so jealous of him, man. He could just be sitting in a chair, and he'll just fall asleep. And he'll like fall asleep for like 30-40 minutes, and like people in the house could be making noise, like you know, hurricane could come in through the window. Motherfucker stays asleep. It's just like, fuck, man. Like, why can't I have my brother-in-law's disorder? Just falling asleep all the time like a narcoleptic? What the fuck is it? Anyways, I can't drink my water because you can see my water mug, you know where I am or who I am. Because my other channel, I drink my water cup all the time, out of habit. Shit. And if you find out who I am, it's over, baby. Call the cops, FBI and shit. Like, yo, arrest that motherfucker up. So, fuck it, I'm gonna drink it anyways. I'm just gonna cover the bottom. I'm gonna cover it so you don't know who I am. Because I don't want anybody to murder me or my family. There we go. It's bad enough I'm talking in my original accent. My original voice. Given to me from birth from my mother. Anyways, what the fuck was I talking about? I don't even fucking know. Oh yeah, sleeping disorders. My brother-in-law sleeping like in chairs and shit. So anyways, yeah, it's fucking hard to be us, right? Fuck that shit. Some cool motherfucker wrote on my page yesterday. He wrote a comment under one of my videos, and he was like, yo, it's like mad cool, I can relate to what you're doing and shit. And it's very rare that a man talks about like, you know, having borderline personality disorder and like fucking mental illness. I was like, hell yeah it is, motherfucker. Like, when I first started researching this shit, like, you know, borderline personality disorder, you know, like, ain't no guys talking about that shit. It's just like a bunch of girls crying in their videos and shit. That's cool and all, but it's just like, you know, film it when you have good days too. You know, film your fucking ass when you have good days too. It's like, people always like, oh, I can only film myself when I'm having nervous breakdowns. Or I can only film myself like when I'm sad or depressed or suicidal or crying on camera. Nah, man. That doesn't show shit to anybody about your fucking illness or borderline personality disorder. Because some of us think sometimes we're super fucking happy and we're super fucking manic and we're super fucking like, yeah, man, life fucking rules. And then an hour later, we're fucking crying and we're a fucking 3-year-old. Or we're suicidal and shit. Or we're scared of people. Or we're like splitting and we think everything is black and white. And like, you know, if one thing goes wrong, we can't be happy. Yo, that's the fucking disorder. That's many disorders. So it's just like, that's even trauma, you know? So it's just like, film the good times and the bad times, man. Film the times where you're happy and then film the times where you're like crying and suicidal. But all these people on like YouTube, they only film themselves when they're like suicidal or depressed or crying. Maybe because they'll like be more significant or get more views or shit. Stupid. It's like fucking be real. Be yourself all the time. Like film yourself like every day. You know, in different states. You know, I mean, I don't even know how many videos I've filmed so far. Like maybe like 25 or some shit like that. And there's some where I'm like just fucking psychotic. And there's some where I'm like super homicidal. And there's some where I'm like super fucking angry. And there's some where I'm like super fucking happy. And there's some where I'm like super enlightened. Like yesterday with the fucking society in America, fucking Jesus and Taoism, I'm like all like floating and shit, figuring shit out, like being a being and creation and not being a person anymore. I mean, just, that shit is fucking sick. Like, how many fucking people could do that are not us? Nobody. You think average people could do that shit? Hell fucking no. That's the difference, man, between us and average people. Average people are just the same person most of the time. They're just a functioning being. You know, sometimes they're sad, sometimes they're happy, sometimes they're worried, sometimes they think too much. Shit like that. Fucking average people shit, right? And then there's people like us that are like fucking delusional and like we see shit and like we're all like just like weird and shit, and then we're like fucking crying on the floor and we don't know why we're crying and we're fucking suicidal and we don't know how to fix it, and then like within the same day we're fucking crazy and happy and laughing and nothing. Like, who the fuck created this fucking thing, right? So yeah, only we can do that shit, man. And that's what makes us so fucking unique. It's fucking chill. I mean, most of the time, I'd rather not be this person. For sure. Without a doubt. You know, I've had like a really shitty life. But at the same time, I've had a really fucking interesting life. Like, my life has been fucking, like, weird. You know, and I think that's why the ebook that I put on Amazon, you should buy, by the way. You know, when I was telling my sister, like, about my videos, she's like, are you promoting your book? I was like, hell no. I'm not, like, I'm not like a pirate, you know? Like, I'm not like, you gotta buy my book, I'm Tony Robbins, or like, whatever the fuck it is, right? You know, like, I need to make money, or, you know, buy my book, support me, you know, whatever the fuck that shit is. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Even like, my girl Katie Morton, yo, never, no disrespect, Katie Morton. Because she's like mad cool. She's a therapist. She's got her own YouTube channel, and she's helped me a lot with a bunch of stuff like trauma and everything like that. But it's just like she always says at the end of her videos, some of her videos, she says like, you know, make sure you like sponsor me and give money to Patreon or some shit like that, so I can keep making these videos. And she's like, you know, I have a book out there. Buy my book. It's like, you're already a therapist. How much fucking money do you need? And number one, why do you need money to fucking make videos? Why, so you cut and paste them and shit like that? And you could, like, blip shit on the screen? Why the fuck you need money to make videos? I make money. I make videos all the fucking time. I don't need money to make these fucking videos. I make them for free. I don't have to fucking pay Patreon for these fucking goddamn videos. So I don't understand people, man. It seems like they always got a fucking gimmick. So... or they're out for fucking something else other than like helping people, like truly helping people, like Mother Teresa shit. Like the meaning of my life is to fucking spread awareness about this fucking disease or diseases. That's all. That's all I have. That's all I have. Other than that, the only thing I have left in my life is playing basketball. I'm not even fucking kidding you. You can only go so far with that shit. So, like, seriously, like, just help others, man. Like, fucking, we go through a shitload of stuff together. I mean, and the one thing I told, like, the guy that wrote the comments saying, like, not many dudes talk about this kind of stuff on YouTube, and, and I could relate to you. And it's just like, that's fucking great that you could relate to me. And that's why I wrote that fucking book. And I put it on the goddamn Amazon, that ebook. Because it's like, I'm not even fucking with you. Just the first chapter alone in that goddamn book, like, it took me forever to write that fucking chapter. And each chapter's only like a couple pages long. It's only 54, Word doc pages. It's only like 84 Kindle ebook pages. The first chapter alone, I thought about this chapter for a really fucking long time. And I thought about what are all the problems that I have as a borderline personality disorder person, or somebody that has like illness or trauma or abuse or from impoverished, whatever the fuck it is. And I put them into like 8 or 9 bullet points. And I was like, number one, this problem. And then I skipped a couple lines. Number 2, this is another problem. Number 3, this is another problem. Number 4, this is another problem. And I have 9 of them. And that's just chapter 1. And if you read chapter 1, you'd be like, oh my God, that is exactly who I am. That is exactly what I go through, and that is exactly how I feel. And then you could throw the fucking book to your parents and be like, read this fucking chapter, just chapter 1, and then you fucking understand who I am. Now get the fuck away from me. No, I'm just kidding. You could give them a hug. Give them a hug, yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe you don't, fuck it. Maybe you don't have that kind of relationship with your parents. But like, I certainly didn't when I was a kid. Yeah, man, fucking, holy shit, that book is lights out. Fucking goddamn 3.5 years to write a fucking 54-page book. What the fuck is that shit all about? It's called OCD Perfectionism. So, yeah, man, so to get back to it, I don't know, man, like, yeah, just, do this together, fucking rock the shit out, man. Be real. Don't fucking only make YouTube videos when you're fucking crying and shit. Be fucking real, man. Be vulnerable and be fucking real. Film the good days, not just the bad days. So anyways, man, mad props to you for fucking watching these videos, dude. The one I filmed yesterday in the fucking lightning and the thunder, where the lights were fucking flickering and shit. That was a dope fucking ass video. And I was talking about like not being a person anymore, and just being a being, and like the lights were coming on and off. Oh, it was fucking dope. And you could see the lightning, like like the lightning light coming through the window. That shit was fucking chill. It was like a fucking movie and shit, a 20-minute movie. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just being with each other. Being there for each other. I mean, that's all we got, man. Most of us can't even fucking leave the house because we got agoraphobia. So we might as well find people that we could relate to and love. Because most people don't love us. Our life is just about rejection. Again, and again, and again, and again. How many people could reject us? How many people have abandoned us? How many people will be lost? How many people have thought we were so fucking weird and strange that they just walked away from us? Or how many times have we lost our anger by lashing out at people, that people don't want to be in our lives anymore? So we're alone a lot. We're alone a fucking lot. And the one reason why I keep making these videos is because I don't want you to feel alone. I want to make sure that you have somebody in your life that you could relate to, that is going through the same shit you are, that you could understand, and I can understand you. You know, and if you have anything to write, you know, you can write me a comment. I'll respond. You know, I ain't got shit to do. You know, this is like my life now, making these videos. So, yeah, I hope you're having a great day, man. And, I got you, man. I got you. Have a great one, man. For sure.